Shemai everyone, how are you all? I'm back again tonight with a quick and simple card. I've used some of the lovely new papers from the Occasions catalogue, the Gingham ones, and I've used the stamp sets from the annual catalogue. And what I thought, this was my first one, and I thought, right, I'll make it in Balmy Blue, and then I'm going to make the one with you with Highland Heather. There'd be quite a nice series of little note cards. I've used, again, my card is 5 3/4 square. Again, I buy my card blanks from Craft Creations. So I'm just going to put those to one side, and I'll just show you then the stamp sets I'll be using. So from the annual catalogue, I've got Artisan textures, and I've used this stamp here. And so that's here. There it is, that's £16 for that stamp set. And then, this is one of my favourite ones. I love Dandelion Wishes. And that's £19 then for all those stamps. Then, the Gingham paper is in the New Occasions catalogue. Here it is, and it comes in all the in colours. No, it doesn't. It comes in, I'll tell you the colours now: Balmy Blue, Daffodil Delight, Grapefruit Grove, Highland Heather, Lemon Lime Twist, and Whisper White. I was thinking of the free ribbons that I've used. These are in the in colours. There we go. These are from the Salebration catalogue. And I'm also using, there's the ribbons, I'm also using a piece of the Botanical Butterfly Designer Series paper, because the punch from Butterfly Gala cuts these smaller butterflies out. There we go. I'm just going to put all that to one side. Remember, it is the best time to buy from Stampin' Up, because they have the offer on at the moment. Spend £45 before your shipping charges, and you get to choose a free item. So here we go. I'm using tonight Highland Heather and Basic Grey. So what I've done, I've cut my gingham paper to fit. So my gingham is approximately just short of 5.5 inch square, and I've already stuck that on. I've backed it onto the Basic Grey, and the only way I can describe it is a smidgen of a margin around it, and then I'll be sticking that onto there. Then that's going to be my backdrop. But before I do that, I've been here before and made the same mistake. I'm going to just stick my little piece of organza ribbon, you can see the lovely colour on it, just on the background. I hope you've all had a nice weekend. It's back to work for me tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to going back to work. My husband thinks I'm slightly mad because I enjoy it. I've got new nursery children starting as well this week, so that's always exciting. There we go. So I'm just sticking that down. On the first card I made, I used the white satin with silver, which is slightly thicker than the organza. So I'm just going to stick this down. I'm sure my tape runner is about to run out of tape at any point. Let's hope it makes it to the end of the video. I'm loving the new spring colours. It's quite nice, although as I say, I love making Christmas cards. It is quite nice now to start using some nice bright spring colours. So a bit like the technique I showed you the other day, if you've watched my previous videos, I'm just going to put a bit of repositional tape onto the smaller piece, and I'm just going to stick it then so it's in the centre of the larger piece of Whisper White. And using the Highland Heather, I'm going to stamp this off, I think. Oh, I can see now I haven't got it in the centre. It's always better to take your ink pad to the stamp rather than your stamp to the ink pad. At least then you can see exactly where all the ink is going. And I'm just going to stamp it all over to create a little bit of a background. There's no rhyme or reason to it. There's no correct way to do it. That's the sort of thing I like. I'm not one for being really precise on everything. There we go. I'll shut that ready in case I put my hand or something or rest something on it. I'm now going to stamp the big, the trio of dandelions right down the bottom. So it's on the 2 pieces of card. So remember now, don't rock your stamp, but just put a little bit of pressure down. There it is. And then with the little flyaway pieces, I'm just going to stamp those as if they're being blown off into the distance. There we go. The sentiment I've gone for is I made a wish and you came true. It'll be a miracle if I stamp this straight because of the way I positioned it on my stamp pad. I was trying to do it so it didn't go onto the second piece because, as you can see, I haven't stuck it very straight at all. Right, so what I'm going to do then is shut that up out the way. I've cut my pieces of grey ready. I'm going to take that off there then, and I'm going to back it onto the basic grey. Again, exactly the same mathematical term. There's a smidgen of a margin around. There we go. What I might do at the end of the video, because I haven't stamped that very straight at all, the sentiment, I think I might have to add a little piece of white on it. Then this piece is going to be stuck on here. I'm going to add some of these lovely little sequins then. I don't know whether you've seen the adhesive sequins in the catalogue. They're so much easier to stick down than normal sequins. I usually have a bit of a battle with sequins. There we go. I'm going to layer this up then using some foam pads. This card has come together really quickly and easily. So it'd be quite nice if you've got a little bit of crafty time just to make up a little batch of these. Because sometimes you just want a note card for somebody. And the nice sentiments are, so they're sending well wishes your way. Wishes for a lifetime of love and happiness, which would be a lovely wedding card or engagement card. And then this one, I made a wish and you came true. That would cheer a friend up, wouldn't it? There we are. I'm sticking that down on there then. And I'm going to layer it on there just using double-sided tape. I'm not going to add any more foam pads. I'm amazed that it's got to the end of this video because it is on his last legs, this tape in there. There we go. So I'm going to stick that on there. And that's all I'm going to do then is... Oh! The other thing, I've done this ready. Oh, he's flown away. I have punched out one of the little tiny butterflies using this part of the stamp. And what I did, rather than cut big squares out of the paper, I managed to get it in place using my pick-me-up tool. These are absolutely marvellous because they allow you then, when your punch is open, obviously, and you're ready to punch, they allow you to sort of put the pokey tool through, sorry, the pick-me-up tool through, and then you can just move your things around so it's in the right position. They are fantastic. And then the other thing for the sequined adhesive, I always use a craft knife just to make sure you get under the sticky pad as well. The number of times I've pulled it off with my fingers and left the sticky behind. So it's just going to add a little bit of bling to it. There we go. And there's the card all finished. So there we are. Oh, no, it's not. I haven't added my little butterfly on. Here he goes. I'm just going to put him in the corner then. And then it's done. So you can imagine now, you can make, using that lovely gingham paper pack, you could make yourself a batch of gift cards that any person would be delighted to receive. So once again, you have been watching Nikki Next Paper Crafts, and we've been using the Dandelion Wishes stamp set, Artisan textures. We've used one of the free Salebration ribbons. We've used the Gingham paper, Gingham Gala Designer Series paper, which is in a 6x6, which is nice and handy for card making. And we've also used a bit of the Botanical Butterflies paper, which we've punched out, using the butterfly punch. So I hope you all have a lovely week in work. As I say, I'm really looking forward to getting away from the kitchen cupboards to stop eating all the rubbish that's still there. If you haven't already got a Stampin' Up demo, I would love for you to order from me. And here is my Stampin' Up selling site. That's all that's left to say is thank you very much. Hwyl fawr and nos da.